I want to feature my friend and colleague, Brianna Buell. She's a wife and a mom. She is a homeschooling teacher, and she's going to teach us a skill tonight that is that will build your fortune if you actually do what she says. So I'm not going to take away any of her thunder. So Brianna, teach us about skill number 4 in our GoPro books from Eric Worre.
Hey, thank you so much, Mary. So tonight I'm going to be talking about follow up, and just being a little bit honest, I wasn't very good at this when I started. So if you feel like you're not good at it, it's okay. You can get better. And if you've been around any length of time, you might have heard the phrase that the fortune is in the follow up, and it is true. So follow up is just doing what you say you are going to do. If you tell someone that I'm going to call you at a specific time to ask you what you thought about the video, then you do it. You just do what you say you're going to do. People respect a person who does what they say they're going to do. So to make this happen, the first key point is you need some kind of calendar. It can be paper, it can be electronic, it can be some kind of mix of both. It doesn't matter, but you have to keep track of your prospects. So we're talking about finding prospects and inviting them to do something. Well, now we're going to follow up with them, and you need to be able to keep track of that, or I promise you'll forget. So the key that Eric Worre talks about to follow up is that the only reason to have an exposure is to set up the next exposure. We got to get that in our brains. Like inviting someone to an event with you, inviting them to watch a video, inviting them to our Monday night master classes, that's not the end goal. Your end goal is to take that exposure and get them to the next one. You want to keep the process alive, setting up the next follow-up, following up with setting up the next event for them, following up to set up the next exposure. And that just keeps going until they are ready to make a decision. If Juice Plus makes sense for them. So let's say you invited someone to watch a video. We're just going to say that. You sent it to them. You said they were going to watch it on Saturday. And you said, okay, great. I will contact you again on Monday. What are you going to do when you get on that phone call? Or maybe it's you're going to do by messenger or text or something. What are we going to say? First, you just need to ask them if they had time to review the material. And they really only have one of two answers. No or yes. So no. You just want to say something like, oh, that's okay. Life is busy. I totally understand. When do you think you can watch it for sure, for sure? He actually says to say that for sure twice. It's a psychological thing. And then they'll give you a time and you'll say, great. So you're going to watch it on Tuesday for sure? And they say yes again. And then you put it in your calendar, paper or electronic. Then again, then the next time that comes up, you call them, you text them, whatever it is, until they say, yes, I did watch it or listen to it or, whatever. And then a really simple question is, what did you like best? This allows you to know where they are. If they say they really loved the product, well, then your next exposure will be a product exposure. If they say, man, the science, that was just amazing, then your next exposure will be something that's based in the science. It just helps us to know where to go because their answer is going to tell us exactly where they are. Also, another great question you could ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, being 0 or like 1 is like zero interest, not interested at all, and 10 being like, here's my credit card, sign me up now. Where are you? Where do you fall? And no matter, and this number matters, but it doesn't, because no matter what number they give you, unless they're a 10 and they're giving you their credit card information or, wanting to sign up now, I guess it's different now. We don't take their credit card, but you're going to ask them let me make sure I get the right question. I wrote it down. How can I help you to get to a higher number? And then let them answer that. And then you do that. Then you're going to do whatever they said. Maybe they just need more information. Maybe they're at a 4 because they need another product or another story or something like that. And then that's the next exposure you're going to offer to them. And now if the number is really high, then you can start your closing. to get them to sign up as a partner or as a customer. But if it's not, it just helps you know where to go next. This is very important. It takes most people 4 to 6 exposures before they're ready to make a decision. So that means some people might get it on one, but I could probably ask you to raise your hand if you got this on one, because I didn't. Some people are going to take more. That's just an average. 4 to 6 is an average. So you can't give up too soon. The person you're talking to might take 12 exposures. They might take 3. You just have to keep going. So get that mental thought that it's just to lead to the next exposure. That's why we follow up, one exposure to the next. So our goal is education and understanding. That's what we're going for. We want to educate our people so they can make the best decisions for themselves and their family. So you want to keep your urgency, because this is important, right? We just listened to stories. If you were on our Monday night call, we just listened to some amazing stories of hope, of people who were able to help their bodies heal. It's important, it's urgent, but we have to have patience. We can't, like puke all over them. We just got to give them some time to get there to understand. And you want to condense your exposures. You don't want to stretch this out too long, because you want to do them as quick as you can. Because if you wait too much time between one exposure and the next, it's starting over in your count. Because people forget. They don't remember why they wanted to listen in the first place. And we all know life happens. We are busy people. It doesn't matter what you have in your life. We're busy. And so you want to, that's urgency, but that patience. You want to just make sure that you just keep going. Okay, so when we are doing follow-up, we are going to come to objections, which might probably not mine. I'm going to say is probably the reason we are not very good at following up, is those objections that are going to come at us. We need to remember that no matter what a person says, a prospect says, they're not rejecting you, especially if it's someone you love dearly. They really just don't know what they're saying no to, but it's not about you, because you're just reaching out because you love them. So let's say, how we respond to objections is very important. We don't want to get angry at them or make them feel bad. We're just there to help them see the blind spots that they have. Objections are just really the blind spots somebody has about Juice Plus, the product or the business. And so we're just going to help them clear out those blind spots. Remember, we're just educating and teaching. No matter what the objection, it does not matter what it is. Your goal is to help or make them feel that you truly understand them, that you're just like them, that you're no different. And one of the best ways to do this, and I love this, I was taught this before I ever read the book, I was taught this from my wonderful uplines, is feel, felt, found, right? I know how you feel. I felt the same way. Here is what I found. And then you're going to modify that to fit whatever you're saying to people. And you don't want to lie. We're not lying here. So you need to make it fit to be true when you say it. However you need to do to work that, you need to make it true. So here's an example. Let's say someone says that Juice Plus is too expensive. You say, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. When I first took a look at Juice Plus, I didn't think we could afford it. But I found that by eliminating some things from our food budget that weren't serving our health, I was able to fit it into our budget. So there you go. That's what we do with our again. I'm going to say it again, though. We're just educating our people, and you're just going to the next exposure. That's your follow-up, and doing what you said you're going to do. And it works. I'm just going to say that. Add that on the end. Following up with our people, it's how we love them and serve them.
Excellent. Well, the fortune truly is in the follow-up.